this thing works. I mean, I feel a difference. I can ask anyone that I know that I've talked to in the last 2 years, year and a half, let's say, I was, people would ask me how I'm feeling and I didn't really know what to say. I'd say, yeah, it's whatever. Like, I'm fine, I'll be fine. But now people ask me, I can say, I feel great. And my life is different now. My life has changed. I learned so much about myself, my body. I learned about the brain so much more than I ever thought I needed to. But I'm so eternally grateful for that, and I would never, if I could go back in time and prevent the concussion from happening, I wouldn't do it, because I believe that I was meant to find this doctor and I was meant to find neurofeedback. Hi, my name is Alyssa. I'm 20 years old. I'm a student at University, and my freshman year there, I joined club volleyball, and my first tournament ever with the team, I collided with another girl on my team. We hit heads, we fell to the ground, and my life hasn't been the same ever since. I had never gotten a concussion before, so I had no idea what to feel, or I didn't know I had one. So I got up, I kept playing. A few minutes later, I realized that I didn't remember anyone's name around me, but I continued to play anyway. And there were no people from Sports Med or anything like that there, because it was a student-run organization, and that's just how it was. So the next day I went to the hospital just to check it out. I had a feeling that something was wrong, and the doctor there just told me, stay away from volleyball for a week, but everything else can go back to normal and then you'll be fine. And so that's what I did. I thought the symptoms were better. They got slowly better. Within 4 months I thought I was better, but then about 8 months after that, so about a year later, my symptoms were back and they were worse. And I was losing balance randomly. I couldn't get through one class period, my sophomore year at this point, without getting a headache or getting nauseous or losing focus, especially that one. And so I knew something was wrong and I knew I needed a fix. And my mom called me up one day at school and said, I heard about this doctor for you. It's something called Neurofeedback. Why don't you look it up and read about it, and then let me know if you're interested. And at this point I was ready for anything just to feel better. And so we checked it out, and that's where Dr. Shelley comes in the picture. So my first appointment there, she did a brain map. So she put these probes, or this hat on me with all these different probes on it, and basically I just stared at a blank screen and for a certain amount of time, and it measured my brain activity and how it was working and what was going on up there. And the next appointment, she showed me what the results were, and she talked about what that meant, and she translated, and we talked about what my opportunities were. I needed to commit to 40 appointments at least, and I needed to do whatever I was told to do, basically exercises at home, supplements, dietary changes, all that stuff. And so I committed, and it was a big commitment, is a commitment to go to this, but your brain is your baby, and at this point I've definitely learned that. Everything I do is about my brain. I'm very aware of how I feel at this point, just because of how much I've worked with it and how aware I had to be about what I was feeling. And so it was worth it for me. I came home from college every weekend, which no one has to do.